Korea has been exporting beautiful women for over 1,000 years to China, to Japan, to whoever was in power. And somehow that same obsession turned into one of the most powerful plastic surgery industries on earth. This is not a beauty story, this is a survivor story, and it worked, built on the insecurity of an entire nation. Part 1, the original export. Let me tell you something they don't put in the history books. Korea has always been small, squeezed between giants, no oil, no empire, no military power to speak of, just people. So when the powerful neighbors came knocking, and they always came knocking, Korea did what small countries do. They offered what they had. And for over 1,000 years, what they offered was beautiful women. It had an official name, 공녀, meaning tribute women. Girls aged 13 to 25, rounded up by government officials and sent to foreign courts as human gifts. What? To the Mongolia, to China, whoever demanded it. When the Chinese emperor's envoy arrived, the Korean king would ban marriage across the entire country, so no family could hide their daughters by marrying them up quickly. It wasn't called trafficking, it was called diplomacy, and the girls who came back, they were called homecoming women, which in modern Korea became a word that means slut. The women who survived came home and were rejected by their own families. That's the history. Now, same peninsula, same neighbors, different centuries. Some case celebrities, there are whispers they've been linked to powerful men in Pyongyang. Others are rumored to have met certain very significant figures in Beijing. The kind of meetings that open doors no talent agency can open. Is any of this confirmed? No. Is it the oldest story on this peninsula? Absolutely, the names change. The dynamic doesn't. Korea's most valuable export has always been beautiful people. The packaging just got more expensive. Part 2, when survival becomes obsession. So, Korea decided if beauty is the currency, we are going to manufacture it, and they did at a scale nobody expected. Here's what most people don't know. Korea is number one in plastic surgery per capita in the entire world. Not just women, not just men, everyone. One in five Korean women has undergone under the knife. For women in their 20s, it's closer to 1 in 3. High school graduation gift in Korea, double eyelid surgery. Not a car, not a trip, surgery. But here's the part that might surprise you. This isn't just women in Korea. Plastic surgery is a national sport. What? Wives book their husbands in for jaw surgery and nurses them through recovery like it's a normal Tuesday. 아저씨. Middle-aged Korean men comparing jaw reduction clinics over drinks the way other men compare golf handicaps. Mothers sharing before and after photos of their sons in group chats like it's a recipe exchange. Korean men get plastic surgery at rates that would make men in any other country drop their jaw. Which, ironically, is exactly what Korean men are also doing, dropping their jaws surgically. Rhinoplasty, jaw reduction, eye surgery, 20% of Korean men have considered or undergone a cosmetic procedure. In those Western countries, that number is under 2%. The rest of the world is watching this and genuinely cannot tell if it's insane or genius. Honestly, it's both. Everywhere else, people want to be rich. They want eye candy on their arm. Here, nobody's waiting around to be someone's eye candy. They're becoming it themselves, men included, because in Korea, being beautiful isn't a gift, it's a decision. This is not vanity. This is insecurity. In Korea, beauty is a power move. It's a status symbol. It's a declaration. I'm serious enough about this life to literally reshape my face for it. It's not a beauty standard, it's an arms race, and everyone is armed. Part 3, the Maruda phase. Here's where it gets fascinating. When an entire population, both men and women, is getting surgery, you generate clinical data at a scale no other country on earth can match. Every clinic becomes a lab. Every patient becomes a case study. And Koreans talked about it obsessively. They reviewed surgeons online like restaurants. Regular people became experts. Your aunt knows the best rhinoplasty clinic in Seoul. Your male cousin knows which surgeon does the cleanest jaw reduction. So basically, the whole country became a living clinical trial, and the surgeons operating 10, 15, 20 times a day. The best ones had waiting lists years long. That volume creates a precision no Western surgeon can replicate. Western hands are big. Korean surgeons have small, meticulous hands, trained obsessively, backed by a culture that has demanded perfection for over 1,000 years. 1 millimeter in a nose, 1 millimeter in a jawline. Korean surgeons developed an eye and a hand for that 1 millimeter. Nobody else on earth has it. Part 4. When the world noticed. And then the world showed up. First Chinese patients, then Southeast Asians, then Middle Easterners. Here's why the Middle East changed everything. In Arab culture, word of mouth is everything. One Saudi princess gets her nose done in Gangnam, goes home looking like that, and suddenly her entire social circle wants the name of the clinic. Middle Eastern patients don't come alone. They come in groups, they pay in cash, large amounts of cash, and they come back. The surgeons figured this out fast. One Middle Eastern client network is worth more than 100 regular patients. There's a reason the wealthiest people in Gangnam are not the tech CEOs, they're the loan sharks, and the plastic surgery clinic directors, hundreds of billions of won cash. And then Kim Kardashian flew all the way Korean surgeon to LA first class because she couldn't get a Gangnam appointment fast enough. Walk into any top clinic in Gangnam now. Framed photos on the wall, K celebrities first, and now foreign ones. It's so normal nobody even mentions it. Part 5. The Reversal. So here's the part that hits different. Korea built this industry out of 1,000 years of being told it wasn't enough. Not powerful enough, not beautiful enough, not big enough. The country that used to round up its daughters and send them to foreign countries, send them to foreign emperors as tribute, is now the country that foreign royalty flies to first class, begging to be made beautiful by Korean hands. You cannot copy this. You can copy a semiconductor. You can copy a pop song. You cannot copy 20 years of 10 surgeries a day, 6 days a week on a population that demanded perfection. That precision lives in Korean hands now, and the world is paying for it. Built on tribute, perfected through obsession, sold to the highest bidder. That's the Korean plastic surgery story, and honestly, that hits a little close to home, doesn't it?